change, slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, 'cause that's what it takes.
Hi guys, sorry I haven't posted a video in a couple days. We've been trying to keep up with springtime motivation, trying to get fields dug up that need to be reseeded for our hay fields, trying to come up with a seed combination that we like the best, trying to figure out exactly where everybody's going to go this year as far as the cows, because their usual spring pasture isn't grown up very much due to the late spring. I've been battling cold that never seems to go away, and the girls have been nonstop sick from school. So in the meantime, things have been a little bit of a cobbled mess around here. So I apologize for not posting, but we've had a few things on the plate. It's becoming a very small plate with very many things. So let me walk you around. I'm going to try to piece all the little videos that I took today together and see what I can come up with. So hang with me, guys. This is one of the things to do. Moving Oz, this is his new house. It makes it so much easier for him to move, and then he is 100% trailer trained. He's been that way for a while though. The girls are not happy that he gets the grass and they don't. But so Oz is out on his little bit of pasture, and then he'll rotate around. This is Premier One netting. I don't have it anymore, unfortunately, but it works really good. I really like the blue. They do really well. Things do really well in the blue. But yeah, he's out and about, and he's got himself a big old expanse, and when he gets done with this, he'll move somewhere else. Are you not happy with where I put that? Do you need it somewhere else? Are you okay with it right there, or do you need it somewhere else? You don't like this house? Are you going to try the middle house? So Greg did mark on the back with spray paint. He reseeded my pig huts. He marked them one A, B, and C. So pig A, pig B, and pig C. And that way when we go to castrate babies and whatnot, we'll know which hut they came out of, which mom they go to. And that way we can put them back in the right spot. This is what we've been up to the last couple days while we aren't posting videos. This is not carpentry work, like great carpentry work by any means. It's just kind of like a brainchild that fell out of my head that can be used for dual purpose. I was originally going to get polydome structures for these girls. I have had them in the past and really like them because it offers enough warmth for the piglets, no square corners for them to get lodged in. I've had amazing results with the polydome huts, but apparently they're not making them anymore, or when they do make them, they're going to be incredibly expensive. And if you have the materials and sort of the know-how, might as well do it on your own. So we constructed these 3 huts. Like I said, they're going to be used for farrowing purposes and wintertime purposes. Basically, we put these rub rails up because pigs like to rub. Also to keep moms off the walls because there's not an internal layer of anything. It's not sheet metal with an insulation and then a plywood inside. It's just 2x4s and sheet metal. That will probably be remedied come winter time, but we needed to get them out like ASAP because these girls are scheduled to farrow on the 16th of this month and the 22nd of this month. So like 3 days, 4 days. The roofing, I chose a polycarbonate type material. I got it from Menards actually, and I got the one that was on sale because I didn't know if I'd like it or not. It is UV protected on the top, so it doesn't let UV rays through the bottom. And then these are just clear panels, clear sheeting panels that you can get from your local lumber store. I left a nice big ridge in the back for airflow because sun, warm piggy mamas don't want to deal with that, but they're checking them out. And then there's these, that's something that I found just kind of lying around here. This is tin that we've had. It's just sort of cobbled together and sort of not cobbled together. And then I put some bedding in here so that they can start their nesting process, and it might be a little bit more inviting for them. because their previous huts, they had nesting material in there anyway. So put these D-rings on the front so that we could scoot them out to where they're going to live or to their next place. You're looking for a house? I thought you were going to pick the third one in. Are you looking for a house? Are you going to pick the third one in? These girls are not necessarily... They're not great at change, these ones. Yeah, I found this, didn't I? But yeah, so everybody's getting really close. She is due... This is Chelsea. She's due on the 22nd, so she's the latest one that we have to farrow. But she is soliciting me to give her pets. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, she's all, hey, I'm going to lay down. I know, Mama. You want to lay down? Do you want to lay down? Yeah. You want to lay down? Oh. We'll scoot over on the other side. Ah, nope. Chelsea gets the pets. So yeah, getting these girls all ready. She is not quite there. Like I said, she's not due till the 22nd, so she really doesn't have like a big ridge, but she doesn't really ever get one until like right before she farrows. She's got a little bit of a ridge right here, and a little bit you can barely feel, kind of like right in here. But for the most part, she doesn't get a whole lot of milk development until right before she farrows. So she's just kind of an odd duck like that. Everybody else already looks hot to trot and ready to go. But yeah, this is pretty much what we've been working on the last couple days. I've been trying to get as much done when the kids are at school as possible. Again, I'm not a carpenter, so it's been a learning process for me. But all in all, with the little bit of knowledge that I have and with the fact that I need these structures to survive, I think I did pretty well. Pat myself on the back, I guess. I'm learning. You never can know enough about everything, so learning is always good. We've got these girls out in the blue netting. I'll zoom in. In the blue netting, right around these huts, actually. They don't need the whole pasture when they're farrowing because they're going to spend most of their time in the huts with the piglets, and then, sticking pretty close to the huts anyway. So basically what's going to happen with this pasture is, since they're already playing in it, is I'm going to set them out further after the piglets get a little older, and then I'm going to come back and reseed this, and then they're going to go jump back after their babies have been weaned. They're going to jump back into this pasture back here. The downside to this pasture out here being, or have been going to be reseeded, is the fact that they're still allowed on it, just because it kind of the come and go. I didn't want to do too many changes before they farrowed. It's not always a great idea. So small changes are always better when they're getting close to a big life event like having babies. Betty and her little boys got moved into the big pen. Their little pen got taken down so that everybody could commingle. I figured that was probably about time, considering they're about a week and a half old. They are so small, but they are bouncy and really doing well. So they can kind of keep out of everybody's way. And Mom does a really phenomenal job of protecting them. They do have this weird thing, though, of wanting to sleep in a food dish. I don't quite understand it. And I know that Betty did it when she was little. When I first got her, she would sleep in pretty much any dish that you gave her for food, for whatever. And these guys do it too. And then there's Nugs. Hi, Nugget. But yeah, so Betty is integrated. Her lambs are starting to get integrated. They will all go out on pasture together here in the very near future, as soon as my netting comes. Betty is trained to netting. Nugget, you better get up. They're going to get you. But in the very near future, they're going to go out on netting. Betty is trained to netting. So was Daryl, but Daryl has since gone to freezer camp because he was a jerk. And if you can't get along, you don't get to stay. So everybody's looking good. They have access to the whole other half of the barn. It's not as bedded up as this, but they are doing just fine. So they have plenty of space to get away from each other if they need to. Last but definitely not least, the garden. So I planted leafy lettuce in these two places, and then beans on that side, peas on that side. I'm going to try something different with a trellis situation because I always have horrible ability to get things to climb. And then I did go ahead and I purchased some already started things. I usually don't do that. I usually just started everything from seed, and it's not all in because I'm not sure where, well, because those are supposed to go here and I'm working on it. But I have 3 decent, really decent garden beds, and then this one I'm trying this mulching method. Basically, it's just spent hay, so it's got a little nutritional value with it anyway. And this is where I have my tomatoes and my peppers. I do amend my soil with cow poop, pig poop, and donkey poop, as well as wood ash from our fireplace. But I wanted to give this a shot and see if they grew better in a different area. It's not everybody's setup, but it's definitely mine, at least for right now, until I get a chance to have a bit more time to spend on a garden. Basically, it's as often as I can get in it is when I get in it. So I cross my fingers every year, and hopefully I can have some yield on something. Last year we ate a whole bunch of greens out of our garden, and that was awesome. We didn't have to go buy, so I'm going to do my best to keep doing it. Not to mention, it's awesome for the girls to learn where their food comes from, not in the animal form, so in the vegetable form as well. So to recap, we moved Oz into his new pasture area. We built the girls' new farrowing huts slash winter huts slash whatever they need to be used for. Made them big enough so that they could have multiple purposes if need be. And then in the mix, feeding hay, keeping track of everybody, making sure everybody's happy and healthy, and taking care of our kids and trying to stay healthy or get healthy. So it's been an epic week to try to get all of it done. But now, hopefully, because we have the big projects done, as far as the farrowing huts made, we can move on to other things like the fields that we need to plant, and then go from there. And then it starts hanging out, guys. And I'm sorry that it took me so long to make this video, but it's been kind of a rat race trying to get these huts done and try to get everything else moved on top of it. I promise to do better in the future. But with sick kids, they take priority, and unfortunately, if you can't hear me talk, it's really hard to make a video. So I will let you go for now, and you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll check you later.